So the hemp seed is actually in the North American market the most developed product in the whole market, uh, or I guess industry of hemp. And the entire industry, for the most part, of hemp products is made on imported items. And of the items you import, things easiest to import are seeds. Moreover, our neighbor to the north, Canada, has spent a lot of time and effort to develop a whole industry of growing hemp seeds to satisfy the demand for hemp seeds in our health food markets and our superfood markets. And that's really where hemp fits in. And you look at the cost of shipping seeds relative to the cost of shipping fibers and biomass and all that. It's kind of easy to see why they developed this way, although it's more of a mystery to me why Canada hasn't yet developed more uses for the hemp fiber and the hemp biomass. But anyway, as you can see here, this is the top of a flower spike of a cannabis plant, of a hemp plant, producing all these seeds. The hemp plant is somewhat indeterminate in its flowering. As you can see, it still has green seed pods here, still developing new new seeds as there are clearly mature, ready to harvest ones. So determining when to harvest hemp seeds is always going to be kind of like this balancing act between how much more can I get, how many more seeds can I mature, and realistically, how many seeds am I going to lose to birds, to rain, to mildew, to, you know, all kinds of other stuff. But when it comes down to it, the hemp seed is actually more of a nut because of its protein content and its oil content. It's much more in common with almonds, walnuts, pistachios than the typical grains we think of like rice, wheat, etc. Even though it's cropped more like rice and wheat, so it makes this really interesting dynamic comparing hemp seeds to almonds, to walnuts, to pistachios, because nutritionally they're very similar. In fact, nutritionally, hemp seed is arguably superior to the other three tree nuts. It's got more omega-3 fatty acids, which nutritionists generally agree we don't have enough of in our typical American diets. And it's also got more protein. And the protein in hemp is really high quality, complete vegan protein with all 9 essential amino acids. And it's also pretty low in carbs. And the flavor of hemp seeds, I personally think is very agreeable, very similar to almonds. I like it a lot. And you look at the shelled hemp seeds here. This is what it looks like. It's a very good food product. And considering the fact that you plant hemp, you're in it there. You're in it for 60 days, 90 days, compared to you're in almonds, walnuts, pistachios for 20 years, 50 years. You also got to wait, what, probably 5 years or so before you really start producing a crop. And you're stuck to it, whether you've got enough water allocation this year or not. You've got to water your almonds. You've got to water your pistachios. You've got to water your walnuts. If you have a bad water year, you can fallow your hemp field, or you could grow something else. And obviously, we're doing research at Cal Poly Pomona to really quantify and delineate all of the different water use from hemp, and really to analyze, at what point does it make a lot of sense to irrigate this crop. But all the data from Australia, from Canada, elsewhere in the world seems to suggest and that growing a crop of hemp seeds takes a lot less water than 1 year of maintaining an almond orchard or a walnut orchard or pistachio orchard. So you consider all these things together, there's a very, very compelling case for having hemp seeds instead of almonds, or instead of walnuts, instead of pistachios, as a sort of replacement product. You get superior nutrition for less time and less water invested. Now, the products, I mean, this picture here kind of shows you the triumvirate of basically what comes from the hemp seed. I mean, there's the seeds in of themselves, still with the shells on. These haven't been hulled like in the previous picture. But if you crush those seeds, I mean, you could sell them whole, obviously, but if you crush those seeds, you extract an oil, which has a lot of different uses we'll get into, and then you get this mash, which is also called hemp flour, hemp powder. They use this to make protein powders. Uh, and you're going to see these becoming more and more common in health food stores and muscle supplement stores. People going to the gym because it's a very good vegan source of protein, complete amino acids, all that other stuff. And the products coming from hemp seeds, I mean, you got to remember these all exist in a market where hemp seeds are relatively expensive because they have to be imported from Canada. So when legalization catches up and we're growing more hemp seeds in America, hell, in California, then you're going to see these products penetrate the market all the more. And once the price on the hemp seed comes down a bit and it's more available, you're going to see guys from the food science, food nutrition departments, and we've got those departments here at Cal Poly Pomona, and they're pretty well developed. You're going to see those guys start to develop thousands and thousands and thousands of new hemp products, new hemp granola bars or whatever else. I mean, this thing in the picture here is a big wheel of cheese that's made from hemp seeds. Hemp milk, I think, is awesome. I used to have hemp milk every morning, or whenever I would have the time. I would make vegetable juice, I would make hemp milk, and I would blend them 1 to 1, and that would be like my elixir. I'd have like a quart jar of that to start me off for the day, and it was really great. Made me feel have a lot of energy. And you see like the big product here in the center, which we'll also see more of, because I mean, how many people take fish oil supplements to get their omega-3 fatty acids? Well, you can get it from hemp seed oil. So they make hemp seed oil capsules. And there'll be more market penetration of all of these products once we're growing them in California, in the United States in general. So, again, why we got to do the research, lay the foundation. Farmers aren't going to take a gamble on a new crop until they've seen the data from the university showing what they can expect to yield, how much water they can expect to spend, how much labor they can expect to spend. That's what we got to do. And, the next major segment of products made from hemp seed, or, hemp seed derivatives, really the hemp seed oil, are cosmetics, skincare products. I know a lot less about what hemp seed oil does for skincare. I mean, I've used hemp seed oil products in the past. This company down here, I believe this is Earthly Bodies products, and also down here. I mean, I knew the owners of this company and had a good friend who did a lot of graphic design for them, so I got a lot of their products for free way back in the day. And I've been using Dr. Bronner's Pure Castile hemp soap for years and years and years now, and that soap is probably like 10% by volume hemp seed oil. So there's a lot of claims out there. I'm not sure how much of them have been scientifically and reviewed, peer reviewed journals or whatever. But a lot of people like these products, and this section is growing. You're seeing more and more of these products come about and become available. So there's got to be something to it. And I would really like to see more research done on just what the benefits are, or take some of the claimed benefits that are out there in marketing, in marketing media, and are really pushed out there to sell this, and then see if we can quantify that with data. And the last use for the hemp seed oil, incredibly compelling, but it's going to take longer down the road to really develop this. Is it's lower value than cosmetics, it's lower value than food, but it's energy. And hemp seed oil can be converted at something like a 97% rate to biodiesel, and it's a very good source of biodiesel. It has no sulfates, so it burns very clean. In fact, one product I saw in Canada, or that they've developed in Canada, is actually as a diesel additive. So you would add this hemp seed oil product to your diesel oil at a rate of like 1 gallon to 100 gallons or something, and it would clean out your engine. It would really like help cleanse those particulates. And there are also a lot of industrial lubricants that can be used with hemp seed oil. Hemp seed oil can also be used as a sealant for sealing wood and treating wood and preventing it from rotting out, and also as a base for making paints. So there are a lot of industrial uses for hemp seed oil, which frankly haven't been explored, because this barrier to entry of all the seeds having to be imported because we're not legally allowed to grow them here, prevents the price from going down to such a point that they can be used for these industrial applications. Because the price is artificially high of hemp seed is artificially high because we have to import them from Canada. The only hemp products that can really get traction in the market are superfoods, are health foods, because the segment of the population that seeks out those are willing to pay the premiums, but there isn't as big a section of population willing to pay premiums for hemp seed based oils or industrial lubricants. I mean, in World War II, the United States Air Force used hemp seed oil as lubricants in their propeller engines, and there are a lot of places where hemp seed is superior to the current products. It's more sustainable. It can be grown in 60 to 90 days, but the economics haven't panned out yet because we haven't gotten to legalization. We haven't gotten to the point where our universities are pushing literature explaining to farmers, this is what you can yield, this is what you can grow, this is how much it's going to cost you. This is the economic outlook of selling a crop of hemp seeds. And that's what we're trying to do here at Cal Poly Pomona. We're trying to develop this because this is a hugely versatile product, something that we're going to be using a lot in the future. And this has been my general overview. I'm going to have some more videos really getting into detail, maybe exploring some of the in-depth literature and research being done as far as it relates to hemp biofuels, hemp seed biofuels, and also like nutritional values for hemp seeds. But I think that's all I've got for you guys for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it and it's been informative. West Coast.